Hi everybody, you're very welcome to today's hip rehab class. You'll need a mat, some wall space and some type of a ball. It can be a big or a small physio spiky ball, a smooth physio ball, it could be a dog toy or a tennis ball. It can be soft or hard, whatever you prefer or whatever you have, and we'll make it work. You may have done one of the other days of rehab that are less movement oriented. Today will be a lot more like an exercise class. We're going to continue to tease out the range of motion available at the hip joints. So we're going to use the ball to massage in between exercises. For that reason, you might feel your bum muscles and your leg muscles a little bit stiff tomorrow, but you could repeat the massage portions of this class or a different day of rehab. All of the days of the rehab can be done as a course. They're all quite different to each other, so we can hit on different areas for different people and try to find the one that suits you. All of them are going to leave you feeling a little bit better, a little more mobile. To get started, have your ball close enough to add in. We're going to start on the mat with some Pilates-like exercises. So you're going to lie down on the mat. You can support your head or lie down flat. And we're going to bend the knees. Instead of having the feet behind you, have the knees in front. There's a 90-degree angle at the hip and behind the knee, and you're going to float the top leg. Reach the leg out. You're reaching through your toes, your ankle, your knee, and your hip, increasing this mouse hole space underneath the lower side of the body. Can you see how it feels to turn your knee down and then turn your knee up? It might feel like only a very small range at the hip, and that's okay. Turn the knee in, turn the knee out, internally rotating the hip, the knee and the ankle follow, externally rotating the hip, the knee and the ankle follow. Now can you do that with the toes flexed towards the knee? So bend your foot, turn the toes down, turn the toes up. We don't want the hip to travel upward, so you have this sense of length throughout. We medially rotate the hip, we laterally rotate the hip. Relax the shoulders and keep reaching through the sole of your foot. Inhale and exhale. Just see how it feels at the hip. Maybe that movement is opening up a little bit. You're going to turn your toes down, push through the heel so there's more length. Then we're just going to inhale to tap and exhale to lift. Let's just do 5. 4, inhale and exhale. 3, inhale and exhale. 2, breathe in and out. Last one, breathe in and out. Turn to parallel. The front of the ankle is working hard here as well. Push through the sole of your foot. We're going to hinge from the hip. Inhale forward. Feel the arches of the foot, the calves, the hamstrings. Point your toes and exhale back just to the straight line, so not further back. Flex at the ankle. Inhale and exhale. Let's just do 3 more. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Some of us may not be going as far, and that's okay. Exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. And last but not least, we're going to do some circles. So reach through the leg. The hand can help you balance or help for feedback with how the hip is doing. You're going to exhale up for half a circle and inhale down. Let's keep them kind of small. Exhale and inhale. 5 and 4. Exhale and inhale. 3. Keep this front knee glued to the ground for stability through the hips. 2. Exhale and inhale. 1. Stretch the leg. Reverse the direction. Exhale and inhale. 5. Exhale for half. Inhale for half. 4. Lengthen the neck. Relax the shoulders. 3. 2. And 1. Lower the leg down. Just relax the outside of the hip. We're going to do the other side before we introduce our massage. So we're really trying to tune into how these exercises feel at the moment so that we can compare them after our massage. So come to your side lying position. Bend the knees. Knees are stacked to begin with, so our hips are stacked. You're pressing down into the bottom ankle, knee, hip. Floating the top leg. Reaching through your toes, your ankle, your knee and your hip. The leg is trying to leave the hip and there's a mouse hole space underneath the lower side of the body. Relax the shoulders. Start the movement at the hip. Turn the knee down, turn the knee up. Keep stretching through the leg so there's more space to rotate at this hip joint. Inhale and exhale. Now bend the foot and continue. That's when maybe we lose some of the length, so keep pushing, stretching through the leg. Inhale and exhale. Just tune into how your hip feels. How is the inner thigh responding? How are the bum muscles responding? Is it a little bit stiff? Is it moving perfectly fine? How strong does it feel? Is it getting tiring? Tune into whatever sensations you're getting. When you're ready, you're going to turn the toes down, push through the heel, so we're working on length. Inhale to tap, exhale to lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, press into the front knee, and 1. Parallel with the knee, push through the sole of the foot, hinge from the hip, inhale, point, reach, and exhale. The knee stays down or else you've gone too far. Inhale and exhale. 5 and 4, inhale, scoop, exhale, push back with the bottom of the foot. 3, inhale, hinge from the hip, the spine is long. 2, last one, inhale and exhale. Reach through the ankle, exhale for half a circle, inhale for half. Keep it small. Notice the hip, weak or strong, stiff or mobile, tiring or not, easy or not, whatever sensations you're getting back, we tune into. Once more this direction, keep stretching the leg, exhale and inhale. Press into the bottom knee, reverse the direction, exhale and inhale. 5, 4, 3, keep it small. 2, and 1. Bring the leg back in, just relax that, relax the outside of the hip. When you're ready, you can take your ball. We're going to find just where the pelvis dips. So you might feel the top of your pelvis where the bone is. You might feel the head of your femur, the leg bone. Go into the dip in the middle of that. So that's the area for our ball. We're going to come to lying down. So maybe you want to start lying down. Lift your bum off the ground. Just have the ball in that dip of your pelvis. So instead of straight in the middle of your glutes, go slightly to the side. So then when we open the knee out and relax down, we feel the ball kind of filling that space in the pelvis. The other leg is planted against the ground, so we've power here to put less or more weight into the ball. So it's up to you, there's no pressure. Maybe you feel better using a really soft ball here. Maybe you feel better using a really hard ball. So you can decide. They're going to create different reactions through the body. Just make sure that you're not tensing against it. So whichever you choose, you're within your own threshold. So we're not tensing against the feeling of the ball. The foot is helping you. Yes, that means exercise for the other side of the body. And you're just going to gently roll in and out. So you're rolling towards the head of the femur and back into that area where there's a dip, where there's a space in your pelvis, to the head of the femur and back. Maybe you found a spot smaller than that area that you want to work on and just roll back and forth. Maybe you find a spot that feels tender or like that you want to massage the area, and then you just lift and lower the knee. So maybe you prefer that than moving the hips completely. So we're lengthening and shortening the tissue by using this lever, moving the leg. Otherwise, you can keep the leg where it is. Maybe you want to move the ball slightly up so it's closer to the top of the pelvis. You feel the wing of the pelvis. So wherever you feel like you're getting some work done, just work it out of those tissues. If there's anything adhered, if there's anything sticky, again, the other foot is helping you. So you don't have to put all of your weight into the ball. It just means it's a little tiring in the opposite leg, a little bit of exercise. And anytime you lose an area that you're working on, you can just use your hand to put the ball back there. It's all straightforward, but just know that you have permission to do all of those things. You can even come up to the top wing of the pelvis. So you're rolling from around your SI joints to ASIS. So PSIS to ASIS on your pelvis. So wherever it feels like you're getting work. And if it's a spiky ball, maybe you want to stop in certain areas and put a bit of pressure down and release. Can be done with a soft ball as well. And again, maybe you prefer to just move the knee. We're just going to spend another moment on this side. Keep breathing throughout this. You want to avoid, if anything feels like it's burning, you move away from that area, find somewhere else to work. You don't want anything to feel numb, tingly, pins and needles, itchy, or sharp shooting pains. They're all signs that we're compressing a nerve by accident. It's okay if you do it by accident, just move away again, but let's not keep on repeating that offense to that area. So just make sure that we're releasing the muscles. So just take a deep breath in and out. We'll just spend another few seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the same on the second side, but before you do, relax the leg down. Notice how much freer that hip feels. It feels like there's loads of space there. It should feel really good in the back of the hip. So bend the knee again, lift the hips, place the ball into position. You can use the knee or the leg can stay out to the side, and you're rolling back and forth. Maybe you'll do combinations of everything like I'm doing, and anytime you need to readjust the ball, you can. You might be working an area and then you stop getting as much feedback there, and you'd like more feedback, and you slightly move the ball up or down or across. So there's loads of space to move here. We're not holding pressure on the middle of the spine. You're moving in and out. You can work around the leg bone, the head of the femur. You can be on the wing of the pelvis. So it's all nice and sturdy here. So it's okay to just explore it and work out wherever you need to. Keep breathing. And do check in with your supporting leg. So it's not all the weight going down into the ball all the time. The other leg is there to help you. Relax your shoulders. Find an area that you'd like to work on in the hips, and then you can move the hips or the leg. You could hold and release. You could hold and release. Maybe you want to work around the head of the femur or further up to the wing of the pelvis. Maybe you want to stay in that indent, that space. It's up to you. Keep breathing so we can keep blood flowing through the body. Relaxing the shoulders so that you can breathe deep into the rib cage towards the belly. You can press and release. You can hold an area if you like. So take a few more deep breaths and I'll count you down from 5. So when you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the leg, relax it down. Notice how much more grounded we feel, how much the hip releases, and you can place the ball to the side again. We're going to go for side lying again, so we can compare how it feels once we kind of release those muscles for a moment. We're going to look at all the range around the hips, so we also want to release the quads, but let's first test this after working on piriformis, after working on glute medius, glute max, glute minimus, all of that area, so especially the external hip rotators. Let's just see if we notice a bit more freedom or a bit more strength in the muscle work and a bit more range available at the joint. And it's okay if it's subtle, we've only been here for a few minutes. So when you're ready, let's come to a side lying position. Bend the knees. Knees are stacked to begin with so that the hips are stacked, so one knee is not sliding backwards. You're pressing into the bottom knee, floating the top leg, relaxing the shoulders. You could lie down flat or support your head. Reach through your toes, your ankle, your knee and your hip. There's a sense of length. It repositions the hips so the hip bones stack and there's a mouse hole underneath the lower side of the body. Turn your knee down, turn your knee up. Ooh, I've loads more movement there. Can you feel and tap into that extra range of motion with internal rotation and external rotation? Mostly internal. So the wing of the pelvis kind of prevents a big external rotation. With this knee stable, if we were to move it, we get more. But just notice from this starting position, flex at the ankle, turn the toes down, turn the toes up. Keep pressing through the sole of the foot. Relax the shoulders, turn the toes down, turn the toes up. Now keep the toes down, the ankle, the knee, the hip follow. Maybe you have a greater internal rotation now. Inhale, tap, exhale to lift. Keep that length just for 5. For 4, should be less tiring this time, I feel that. For 3, inhale and exhale. For 2, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Push through the sole of the foot, parallel with the knee, and let's hinge from the hip. Inhale, point your toes, and exhale. 5. 4, reach through the ankle. 3, scoop through the air, push back through the foot. 2, how stable is everything else? Through the body. And exhale. 1, point and reach through the leg, stable with the lower body. Exhale for half a circle, inhale for half. Maybe it's a little more tiring for the outside of the hip, for those glute muscles, but see if you can go a bit bigger. You don't have to. 2 more in this direction, the knee stays down or else you've lost your stability. Once more, exhale and inhale. Reach and reverse the direction. Exhale for half, inhale for half. 5, 4, 3, lengthen the neck. Exhale and inhale. 2, last one, exhale and inhale. Lower the leg down, relax the outside of the hip. Let's do the same on the second side. So you can swap over whenever you're ready. Bend the knees, relax the shoulders, knees are stacked, hips are stacked. float and reach the top leg. Stretch the leg away from the hip so you create a mouse hole space. Turn the knee down, turn the knee up. Maintain that length. Can you notice any bigger degree of rotation at the hip here now that we've warmed up, now that we've released a little bit? Turn the knee down, turn the knee up. Do that with a flexed ankle. So dorsiflexing the ankle. Turn the knee down, externally rotate the hip. Keep length so there's more space available for this rotation at the hip. Turn the knee down, keep it down. Ankle, knee, hip are internally rotated. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Should be more power available so it's less tiring at the hip. The ankle may still find this tiring for this exercise. Just 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Push through the sole of the foot. Come to parallel, hinge from the hip. Inhale, point, reach, and exhale. 5. Are you stable with the bottom knee? Inhale and exhale. 4. Have the arches released a bit? Has your calf released a bit? Do the hamstrings feel a bit more flexible? That was 3. Inhale and exhale. 2. Last one, lengthen the neck, relax the shoulders, feel the length through the spine. Reach through the leg just in case the hip was hiking ever so slightly. Get rid of that hip hike. Exhale for half a circle. Inhale for half. 5. We're challenging the size of the circle so it may be a little more tiring. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Reach and reverse the direction. 5. How stable is the bottom knee? 4. 3. 2. And 1. Draw the leg in. Relax the outside of the hip. Just come to a cross-legged position, crossing the ankles over, tucking the tailbone under, crawling the fingers forward, getting a stretch for those external hip rotators. Maybe you just want to wiggle from side to side and feel the bones massaging the muscles from the inside out. Walk the hands back in, swap your cross, even though it's only a slight difference, it does make a difference to the hips. Tuck your tailbone under, walk the fingers forward. For some of us that's just here and that's okay. See how it feels to get the elbows closer, how it feels to get the chest closer. Press back while you reach forward. Breathe into your back. And exhale. Walk the hands back in and relax your shoulders. For our next exercise, you're going to bring your mat all the way up against the wall. So I'll give you a moment to get ready. So we're going to work on releasing the quads today. You're going to come into a lunge position. Make sure that you have enough padding under the knee. You're getting this knee as close to the wall as possible, but it just depends on how you feel, so don't force anything. We're going to start with the fingertips either side of the front foot. This lunge can be closer or further away, whatever suits your knee. Just make sure your foot is planted and you feel like in control through the front leg. Relax the shoulders, and we're just going to lengthen and shorten. So just check in with how your quads feel, how the front of this back leg feels. Notice that my toes are curled under. We do different versions of this. So sometimes we point the foot. Now we're going to curl the toes under. So you have a little bit of strength pushing through the front of your toes against the wall. Keep relaxing your shoulders. Keep breathing. We're going to pause this lunge and now press up with the upper body. Relax the shoulders. We're not pushing into the knee. So scoop through the core. Knit your ribs so there's no banana shape in the back. It's going to help you feel a stretch through the front of the quads. Relax the upper body. Power down through the feet. So both feet. The front foot is helping you balance. And now you're going to push through the back toes. So we feel a lot of activation through the quads here. Press back as much strength as you can. It does feel like a lot of work in the quads here. As much strength as you can through the toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You really feel the muscles going to failure. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Fingertips either side. Lengthen and shorten. Lengthen and shorten. Deep breath in, full breath out to relax your shoulders so that you can breathe past the chest, deep into the lungs, towards the belly. Fill up your back. And let's come up again. Relax your shoulders. This time you're going to tuck your tailbone under. There's not much movement available there in this position, but your goal is to tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly, knit the ribs. It gives you a lot more space at the front of the hip. Our rectus femoris is the only quad that crosses both joints, the hip and the knee. So here we were working more 3 of the muscles. Here we're going to stretch that rectus femoris muscle as well. And again, you could be further away from the wall. So I'm all the way in, but it's whatever suits you at the moment. Tuck your tailbone, scoop through the core, push through your toes. Really feel lots of activation through both legs, especially these quads, especially the back. Press for 10, 9, 8, relax the shoulders, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips either side. Lengthen and shorten. Maybe go for more movement here now that it's a bit warmer in this position. Full breaths in and out. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, press forward onto the front foot so that you can release the back leg and come to standing. You'll notice how free this back hip feels and loads of freedom in that back hip. We're going to swap sides so you can take your time coming into position. And again, we want padding underneath the knee. There's no pressure for the knee to be as close to the wall. It could be further away, but we make our way towards the wall as we progress these exercises. Maybe you repeat this class. You have this link for 72 hours, so you can do it as many times as you want within that time. Fingertips either side, relax the shoulders, and you're just going to lengthen and shorten. So feel the front hamstrings as well as what we're feeling in the back leg. Our attention goes down into the legs for more feedback through the nervous system. There's neuromuscular connections. Keep breathing. When you're ready, find a planted position where you feel strong enough to press up and relax the shoulders so you can still use the legs. The upper body is relaxing as much as you can. Pressing into the back toes like you're trying to break through the wall, feeling loads of activation through the front of the leg, making sure you're not flaring the ribs. So scoop your belly, knit your ribs. Press through the wall for 10, 9, maintain the strength, 7, 6, relax the shoulders, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips either side, lengthen and shorten. Breathe in and out. Make sure the neck is relaxed, the chest muscles are relaxed, so that you can breathe deep into the bottom of the rib cage, towards the lower back, towards the belly. Keep the breathing deep into the body. When you're ready, press into the foot and come back into your lunge. This time you're going to tuck the tailbone, that's quite intense, through the quads. Relax the shoulders, scoop the belly, knit the ribs, tucking the tailbone so it's a posterior pelvic tilt, pushing your toes through the wall, front foot balances. Refrain from tensing the shoulders, relax the shoulders, focus on the pelvis, the legs, and push through the wall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Fingertips either side. Lengthen and shorten. Flush the area with loads of blood flow, loads of hydration. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, the balance goes forward, you strengthen back through the wall, down through the floor, and you can release the leg. And notice how much freer that leg feels now. We're going to go back to using the ball to massage. So now we've requested a little more length through the front of the hips. We've done a strain, counter strain on the muscles to create a bit more length. That's sensory feedback through the length receptors, our Golgi tendon organs. So we're going to use that information coupled with releasing the external hip rotators in the ball to get an even better range of motion with the side lying exercises and more strength in those exercises as well. So we keep comparing the difference and noticing it build so we can feel it as we go through the class. It may take 2 or 3 classes for you to really notice a difference depending on how your hips are doing today. So whenever you're ready, take your ball, lift the hips, place the ball toward the side of your bum muscles. Lower down, it's slightly towards the outside of the bum muscles instead of directly in the middle, so that when we open the knee out, we can move back and forth. We're in a nice position here to work across the glutes. You come out of it if it feels numb, tingly, burning, sharp, itchy, pins and needles, all of those nerve sensations. Otherwise, just enjoy the massage. rolling back and forth toward the head of the femur, working around the acetabulum, coming up towards our anterior superior iliac spine. You could go lower as well, so maybe the inferior iliac spine. We're just staying away from directly pressing down on our coccyx, on our sacrum, on the SI joints, or directly staying on the head of the femur. But you can roll around. That area is really strong, full of tendon, full of elastic, really strong, the muscles. So you can go to town on it if you like. You could make it softer and easier with the leg. Some of us, the muscles may respond better to less and more gentle massaging there. So you could actually get stronger by being more gentle. Some of us are going to be happy to massage it out, feel ourselves breaking up any adhesions. So it just depends. Feel it out for yourself. We're getting to repeat it in this class, so you could do a more intense massage one time, a more gentle one another time. If you repeat this day, maybe you'll find that the next day you can go in a little bit deeper, or you want to back off. So it's just about exploring that, listening to yourself. Your body is telling you, just open your mind to listen up. Remember, the foot that's supporting you is playing a really pivotal role in this exercise. So we're rolling back and forth. There's a supporting leg working, so the hip is active on this side. And you could relax it a little and just move the leg up and down. You may feel a trigger. You may feel the muscles responding somewhere else along the leg, or just a really nice massage feeling. Keep breathing. So we keep everything moving and connected through the body. We're just going to spend 5 more seconds on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the ball out, let the leg just melt down through the ground. Should feel super heavy, super grounded. A lovely release. The muscles feel like they can just let go here. You have more contraction potential when we come back to the exercises, so they'll tone better. If there's less blockages in the area, they'll tone better. We can access the muscles better for the exercises. And whenever you're ready, you can bend the knee back in. Let's do the same on the second side. Lift your hips, lower onto the ball. You're going towards the side of the leg and back in. You can move the ball up or down, whatever suits you. Keep breathing. There's some focus in the leg that's supporting you as well. So it's not all about pushing down into the ball. Less could be more. You're exploring that yourself as the days go on, taking the feedback into account of how you feel after the class. The next day, when you revisit the class, does it feel more tender or does it feel stronger and able to go in deeper? So you're just listening to yourself and deciding that as it goes on. It's definitely a good idea to repeat a class that resonates with you and notice how you can connect more into the moves or get more out of the moves. As your brain is familiar with it, there's less brain power associated with figuring out the patterns in what's happening in the exercises, and you can focus more with confidence in the rehab aspects of whatever I'm offering you to copy here. Keep breathing. Make sure you're working on something, so move the ball around to feel a massage area somewhere. You're planted through the foot that's supporting you. The knee can do the movement if the legs need a break from that forward back movement or side to side movement. Keep breathing. The neck is relaxed, so you can breathe deep into the rib cage. I'm going to count you down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the ball out. Give a moment to relax your leg down. So our nervous system is registering all the parts of the exercise, the intensity, also the relaxation. All of this is programming length and strength and activation to the area that we're focused on. Keep breathing. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come to a side lying position again. So you can take your time, leave the ball somewhere close enough to add in. Come to your side lying position, bend the knees, relax the upper body, press down into the bottom ankle, knee, hip, float the top leg and reach. Stretch through your toes, your ankle, your knee and your hip. As you turn the knee in and out, oh wow, so much more movement, especially with internal rotation. That's going to happen. The external rotation is different because of the wings of the pelvis being so thick and high at the back. So don't worry if there's not much external rotation unless you were to adjust the full pelvis position. So with the hips stacked, loads more internal rotation for me since the start of the class. I hope you're feeling that too. So while we're really toning this area and we're going to feel the leg muscles and the bum muscles tomorrow, we can feel and have this feedback of a greater range available at the hip. So you're going to flex the ankle, turn the toes down, turn the toes up, push away through the sole of the foot, turn the toes down, turn the toes up for 5. For 4, that's moving so much better. For me, I hope you're feeling the same. For 3, inhale, oh wow, and exhale. For 2, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Come to parallel, push through the sole of the foot, hinge from the hip, inhale, point your toes and exhale. 5, 4, slow and controlled, inhale and exhale. 3, breathe in, push through the sole of the foot and exhale. 2, last one, inhale and exhale. Push through the sole of the foot, anchor down with the bottom leg, relax the shoulders. Let's go for big circles. It's up to you if they're big or small. Just challenge it a little bit and see how it feels. Exhale for half, inhale for half. 5, 4, the bottom knee is stable. That's your feedback for the hips. 3, exhale and inhale. 2, exhale and inhale. 1, stretch through the leg, reverse the direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that down, relax it out of the outside of the hip. Let's do the same on the second side. Support your head, bend the knees, connect to the knees being stacked, the hips being stacked. Press into the bottom leg, release the top leg. Get a sense of length, the leg trying to leave the hip. Turn the knee down and turn the knee up. Notice if the movement is more available here. Maybe there's a bigger internal and also external rotation. It's normal that the internal will have gained a lot more than the external from this position. Do this with the ankle flexed. So turn the toes down, turn the toes up. Keep lengthened. 5, 4, keep pushing through the bottom of the foot. 3, lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine. 2, last one, inhale and exhale. Coming to parallel, pushing through the sole of the foot, relax the shoulders, lengthen through the leg. Inhale to stretch it forward, point your toes and exhale to the straight line. 5, keep lengthened, maintain that sense of length throughout the exercises. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the leg. Your goal is to make the circle a little bit bigger, but you're also listening to your body so they can stay small if you like. Exhale for half, inhale for half. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the leg, reverse the direction. Exhale and inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the leg down, relax the outside of the hip. Let's come to a cross-legged position. Cross the ankles over, tuck the tailbone under, crawl the fingers forward. Take a full breath in and out. Breathe into your back and exhale. Walk it back in. Swap the cross. Tuck your tailbone, crawl the fingers forward. Take a full breath in and out. Once more, breathe in and out. Walk the hands back in, and to finish we're going to bring our legs up against the wall. So once again, if you can move your mat all the way up to the wall, and I'll give you a moment to get ready. So you're going to come as close to the wall as you can. I'm going to have my phone beside me so that I can stick on a timer for us. You get your bum as close to the wall as you possibly can and then lengthen the legs. This is our position. Not everybody will be right up against the walls, but depends on how our hamstrings are doing, how our back is doing. But get your bum as close to the wall as you can. You may find the position and then adjust it so you may get closer. So you really want to press your legs against the wall. For some of us, the knees are not straightening fully, and that's okay. For some of us, the bum is further away from the wall, and that's okay. Maybe you can achieve this position, but the legs don't like to stay here for very long, and then you move further away from the wall, and that's okay too. So get into the position that suits you. Make sure you're not turning in with the toes. So with the legs parallel, you pull your toes down towards the knees, push up through the soles of the feet, press the knees against the wall. So we really want to tighten the thighs here. Relax your arms by the sides. I'm going to start a 3-minute timer. This will just help to relax the hips after everything that we've done. It takes the stacking element out of the body, helps to release any compensating muscles working through the back or the legs, and helps with the alignment of our hips again when we come to standing. So let your hips rest down through the ground. Press your legs against the wall. We want to tighten the thighs. So we're shortening the space at the front of the leg. Push up through soles of the feet. Let your arms relax. You want to keep the upper body as relaxed as possible while really engaging the lower body. We feel the front of the ankles. We feel the front of the legs. You feel the length through the back of the legs. Soften your shoulders so you have space to breathe deep into the body. Palms can face up, shoulders are relaxed. The shoulders are heavy down through the ground, your back is heavy through the ground. Less of a gap between you and the wall as you practice this. Maintain the strength in the front of the ankles even though you really want to let it go sometimes. Keep pulling the toes down. Pull the little toes down as well so that we're not rotating the ankles inward. Press up, press the legs back, reminding you to engage the front of the thighs as well. Keep breathing. Can you relax your face muscles but keep the legs switched on? Relax your jaw, that has a knock-on effect through the chest and the arms. Relax the neck, the shoulders, your hands. Are the legs still engaged and firing? So the legs should be getting quite tired now. Can you relax your belly to help relax your back, your rib cage, relaxing all the way up the spine and down the spine. Bring your mind inside your rib cage. Bring your mind inside your pelvis, inside your spine like a tube. Rest your jaw. It's okay if your lips part then. Can you press the legs into the wall while also trying to meditate with the upper body? That takes full presence, really mindful in this moment. Legs are working. You're letting go with the shoulders, with the spine, and with the face. Breathing deep. Nice and strong through the legs just for the last few seconds. Longer with the legs, more engaged with the front of the legs. And when you're ready, just slowly let it go. Maybe you want to just point the ankles first, gently bring the knees closer. You can roll to one side and then press up. We always want to come to standing after working the hips. So press down through the feet. Just have all of those chains connecting through the body. Feel the difference, maybe deeper connection, like I said, maybe stronger, maybe more spacious. And you can keep measuring it and noticing it as the days go on. Thank you so much for joining me for another hip class. I hope you loved it. I hope you feel great. That's the goal of these classes. Do more of them if you like, or repeat this one as many times as you can within the 72 hours that you have this link available. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.